Today we're going to review order of operations. Order of operations, we commonly use the acronym PEMDAS. P-E-M-D-A-S. P parentheses, E exponents, M is multiply, D is divide, A is add, and S is subtract. So we do the operations in those orders. Multiply or divide is whichever comes first, and add and subtract is whichever comes first, left to right. So let's look at a sample problem. The example is going to be 9 squared plus 3 times 5. So I look, do I see parentheses? And the answer is no. But I do see an exponent. The exponent is 9 squared. That 2 up in the air tells me I need 2 9s to be multiplied by each other. So 9 times 9 is 81. I rewrite the rest of the problem like the shape of a triangle, because eventually in math I'm going to have to tell the reason why I made these steps. So the next part, do I see any more exponents? No. Do I see multiply or divide? Yes, I see multiply, so I'm going to underline the multiplication. 3 times 5 is 15. Then I'm going to bring down the 81. 81 plus 15 is the final step. That gives me 96. Let's look at a little more complicated one that involves more steps. Let's look at 2 to the 4th plus 6 times 3 plus 10. PEMDAS. P, parentheses. Do I see parentheses? The answer is yes. I'm going to underline what's in the parentheses and do it. 3 plus 10 is 13. And I bring everything else down. I still see parentheses, but the parentheses is simplified. And when a number is beside parentheses, that means to multiply. So I'm done with the parentheses. Now I look for exponents. I see this guy. This guy is an exponent. 2 to the 4th tells me I need 4 2's to be multiplied. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 again is 8, times 2 again is 16. So that becomes 16 plus 6 times 13. Again, this is times. So the next step after exponent is multiply or divide. I see multiplication in this 6 times 13. So I'm going to do that multiplication, and 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1, that's 78. So now I'm working on 16 plus 78. Underline it and do it. That becomes 94. Let's take a look at another example. Let's look at 110 minus bracket 20 plus parentheses 4 squared minus 9, close parentheses, close bracket. So here I have both parentheses and brackets. I do the innermost, so the one nestled inside, that's this guy. To do this, I have 4 squared, which is an exponent. That means 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So I'm going to simplify that first and then move on. Now, still inside the parentheses, 16 minus 9 is 7. And now I still have something in brackets, so I'm going to do the brackets. The brackets is 20 plus 7, which is 27. So now I'm just looking at 110 minus 27. So I'm going to actually subtract that out, and I get 83. Let's look at yet another example, because PEMDAS is a very tricky topic if we don't understand all the pieces. Let's look at this one that again has both parentheses and brackets. Bracket, parentheses, 6 plus 8 close parentheses, times 3 minus 12, close bracket, plus 6. Again, P, PEMDAS. I'm going to do parentheses or brackets, the most inside, which happens to be here. Even though this is addition, it's inside of parentheses, so it comes first. 6 plus 8 is 14 times 3 minus 12. Put my brackets out, plus 6. The next step that I'm going to do is still inside the brackets. I look, multiplication or subtraction. It's going to be multiplication. So I underline it and do it. 14 times 3 is 42. Minus 12, still in brackets, plus 6. 42 minus 12 is 30. Plus 6, I did that because it was inside the brackets. And then 30 plus 6 is 36. Hopefully this gives you a little bit more insight into order of operations, which we commonly call PEMDAS.